Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your reading, your Gypsy Tarot love spread. I don't remember uploading you guys mid-month. Sorry, I missed out some of the signs because I was inundated. But yeah, we're going to do a love reading, Gypsy Tarot love reading. I can't do singles and couples separately at the moment, just too much with all the work I've got in at the minute and stuff like that. So we're going to do sort of a reading just together, okay, for Sagittarius Gypsy Tarot spread, alright? So, you just dropped out there. Temperance is your card. Let's see what that's about. So, you've got a general reading coming up alongside this. If I've got time mid-month, I'll try and put something up because I'm also preparing your year ahead life spreads for each of the signs. So, we're going to see what's coming in for you guys in November 2017 concerning love. Universe, Spirit, what's coming in for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs concerning their love lives in November 2017. What's coming in for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs concerning their love lives in November 2017. Show me. We're going to split the deck into three. 1, 2, 3. Collect it back up, and what we're going to do, we're going to start laying the cards down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, let's hope this is a good one. They're all in the upright. 1. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I like to have the cards centered. Let's have a look at this. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, that's lovely. Alright, I mean, you've got love with a some of you guys, there could be potential for a romance with a very clever, intelligent individual, okay, coming in. You've got a King of Swords and Two of Cups here, okay, so this could be love with a very intelligent individual, very communicative individual here, in which there are no secrets, what I'm feeling here. So let's have a look at, see how this pans out for you guys, okay. So around your mental and emotional, it's the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a card about nurturing and developing new things. Queen of Pentacles is a card that does refer to needing to put the onus on oneself, yes, but usually in the reverse, she's all about the self. So if she's like that, she's about the self. She's about her needs, what she wants, screw everybody else. That's who she is. In the upright, she's like the Empress. She likes to nurture things. She likes to take care of animals, for example. She likes babies, for example. She likes to be around the kitchen stove, you know, cooking the dinner. I know it sounds rather sexist, but I'm just saying in general, men and women can both cook, yeah? So this is all about kind of keeping those home fires burning when you get the Queen of Pentacles energy. So around the mental and emotional, the situation is about nurturing, caring, developing a relationship. And what's the mental and emotional around that for you guys? Well, you're feeling slightly confused because you've got the Eight of Swords here. Mental with the Eight of Swords is confused. You've got some mental limitations going on there. Emotionally wise, you might be feeling rather trapped or inhibited by this situation of the Queen of Pentacles. And what's the reason for that? Well, there you go, Four of Cups. I think some of you guys aren't interested in a particular person. You've got the Four of Cups showing here, Sagittarius. Four of Cups says, I don't want it. When you get the Four of Cups, you can see on the card this person's being offered the Ace of Cups. And so somebody's coming to them and saying, I want you. I want a commitment with you. I want you to take my cup. I want you to take my feelings. I want you to reciprocate the feelings by taking my cup. You accept my feelings and you accept us. And this Four of Cups is kind of like, nah, not right now. I'm not sure. I need to contemplate this. It's that kind of energy, Sagittarius, when you get the Four of Cups. So, you know, looks like the ball so far is in your court. I'm very interested to see why this is. Why this is. Around your present situation, the Eight of Wands is all about communication. So the situation is about communication, but also progress, rapid changes as well with the Eight of Wands, and it can be travel. around that energy, what's manifesting is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so I think that the situation is all about rapid changes here, and around that, those rapid changes are involving you guys. Some of you guys actually want to be single. You don't want to be a part of an individual here, I feel, in November. I think you want to do your own thing with the Nine of Pentacles. And what's the reason for that? Well, you've got no feelings for this individual. King of Cups in the reverse. Your feelings are, I mean, the King of Cups in the reverse does show somebody who's a manipulator. They can be very withdrawn emotionally. And so when we do tarot, and how I especially do it, and I think some other tarot readers would do it like this, you get reversals and immediately everybody's like, oh shit, King of Cups in the reverse. Bastard, alcoholic, drinker, liar to a certain extent, uses emotional manipulation to get what they want. They're not particular, but it's not always that. You take certain bits out of the reverse card and even the upright card to see how it blends in with the reading. So it might be just, you know, you're not going to be wanting to be independent. Some of you might be secret drinkers, who knows, but you know, this is more about your emotional reticence, I feel, with this King of Cups. I think that you're not, and also when he's in the upright, this is about some, so I don't think this is because of a person. It might be that you're not interested because this person's a King of Cups in the reverse. Maybe they're not particularly giving. So we could read it two ways. We could say, well, there's been some rapid changes here around the Eight of Wands. Okay, and what's going on around that Eight of Wands is a situation in the present. The Nine of Pentacles, somebody wanting to be single and wanting to do their own thing and wanting to invest in their own self around the, so the rapid changes are to do with being single. They're to do with being on your own, doing your own thing. But why do you want to do that? It's either because you're emotionally reticent, you're not really feeling the relationship, because in the upright, this person's all about unconditional love. They'll accept the person for whatever they are, whoever they are, when you're a King of Cups in the upright. But in the reverse, this person's a little bit more reticent. They're a little bit more one-sided. They're not so accepting as an individual. I feel that it's either that you're emotionally reticent, Sagittarians, or it could be because this person that you are feeling bound by or confused or, you know, concerned about with the Ace of Swords in your mental and emotional. It might be that this person's not particularly giving. Maybe that's why you don't want the relationship here. What's going on around your hopes? Well, the Four of Pentacles is about stability and security. It is one person on the card, though. So the two ways that I often look at the Four of Pentacles, is either that somebody's being selfish and they're holding back. They don't want to give. They're like the Four of Cups. Both cards, Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, show people that are being cautious. So it could be the situations around somebody who can't open up emotionally with that Four of Pentacles. They're emotionally unavailable with the Four of Pentacles. Sometimes, though, this card can represent somebody who's actually trying to hold on to a relationship. What are your hopes around the Four of Pentacles? The Sun. I want to see what the reason, because the Sun is a neutral card. It can be happiness in any direction. What's the reason for the Sun? Okay, Page of Cups in the reverse. Now, we can look at this in a multitude of ways, really. If there is somebody around you that you want to be independent from because they're not giving you what you need, as the King of Cups in the reverse, then I feel in your hopes this is all about this person who really is emotionally, I mean, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and Four of Cups, they're all about people who are emotionally unavailable individuals. Okay, so Four of Cups says, I don't want love, I'm emotionally unavailable. King of Cups is a very secretive card in the reverse. This is also somebody who finds it very difficult to show their feelings. They don't have unconditional love for an individual. So this can also be somebody who's quite emotionally reticent. And the Four of Pentacles also shows an emotionally reticent individual, and he's in the upright. So if this is somebody who's, if the reason is Sagittarius, that you feel mentally and emotionally with this Ace of Swords, you might feel trapped around the idea of that nurturing card of the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing the relationship, developing it, you know, playing housewife or house husband, you know, cooking nice meals, going out for candlelight dinners, really kind of doing the Empress shit on the relationship. But mentally and emotionally, you got some reservations with that Eight of Swords. Mentally and emotionally, you're feeling a little bit trapped. It's because you don't want it, Four of Cups. It's because you don't want it. I believe you don't want it, Four of Cups. And why is that? It could be rapid changes. Those rapid changes come to be with the Nine of Pentacles. Around that Nine of Pentacles, it's the Nine of Pentacles that this concerns, wanting to be single. This is the key card we need to look at. If there is somebody who's emotionally unavailable to you, And this is why you're confused and you want to get out of it, Sagittarius. It might be that in the hopes, well, the situation is about this person. The person, if there's an emotionally reticent person around you, Sagittarius, this person is showing us Four of Pentacles and the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay? Both people are the same, I believe, here. And it could be your hopes around this person that there will be some positive changes. Why is that? Well, maybe if you take your love away with the Page of Cups and don't show them any type of emotional investment, they'll change. So if you start becoming as cold as this individual is, your hopes will be, well, this person's not showing me much love. They expect me to be there, but at the same time, they're not actually responsive to me. So this is all one-sided. They want me to be there, but they're actually not responding to me in the way that they want me to respond to them. So therefore I think I'll start doing what they do with the Page of Cups in the reverse. I think I'll start being emotionally unresponsive with the Page of Cups. I'll start taking my love away, and that's because your hopes are to have a positive change. So I feel that you're actually doing a little bit of reverse psychology for some of you guys towards an individual. However, if you're the one that's emotionally reticent with that King of Cups and you don't really want something with this individual, it could be around your hopes that the situation is about holding back, looking after number one, Four of Pentacles. And around that, the hopes of the Sun. So that's the situation. Around that, your hopes will be of the Sun, positive changes. Why is that? Because you're really not feeling the relationship at all. It can work two ways. We've got in your expectations, Sagittarius, well, the situation is about death. This is either transition, change, or a complete and utter ending. Death doesn't always mean the ending finale of a relationship. Sometimes it can mean that relationship will change. If you get death in the Two of Cups, say for example I was to get something like the Three of Cups, friendship, death will change to Two of Cups, a proper relationship. I'll probably look at that. Well, your friendship's going to develop into something, because death is really a card that says there has been a development. So if we can look at the word development with the card death, however, it can be about an ending, a finale, kaput. Around death, what is it you're expecting? Well, you're expecting an offer, Knight of Cups. And what's the offer based on? Because of new passion. So if some of you guys, the expectations are, well, if I end this relationship, death, I'll expect to have a new suitor come in, Knight of Cups. Why is that? Because you've either got new passion around you, or you're looking for new passion with that Ace of Wands, or you're attracted to someone, Sagittarius. Let's have a look at what's going on in your hidden factors. You've got a Ten of Swords there. So what you can't see coming in, the situation is about the Ten of Swords. Again, betrayal, endings, failure. Around that, what is the situation about coming in? The situation is about the Three of Cups. Third party situation. It looks to me that this is either that the situation is about betrayal, and around that betrayal, what you can't see coming in might be a third party situation being involved here, especially if somebody's being emotionally reticent to you. Here, what's the reason for the Three of Cups? Three of Swords. I think that you guys, I think that somebody might be being emotionally reticent. They're holding back from you, I feel here. I think that somebody's holding back from you, Sagittarians. And what you can't see, there's a third party situation. We've got 2 threes going on here. Three of Swords is notorious for third party situations, and with another 3 often very, very, very strong. I do feel that you've got a third party situation here. I think you can't see the situation is somebody stabbing you in the back, they're betraying you. Here, what I'm noticing, Sagittarius, is that you feel the situation is holding back. 4 of Pentacles. And also this person, this is not only you holding back in this situation around the hopes, it's the person that's holding back as well. And around that 4 of Pentacles, your hopes are positive changes. But those positive changes I think that you're expecting to come in is if you mirror exactly what this person's doing. So it's reverse psychology. Right, I'm not going to call the person. I'm just going to completely ignore them, or I'm just going to, you know, become quite emotionally cold, distant with this Page of Cups. I'm going to reject them, in other words, the way that they're rejecting me. Because if I do that, my hope is it'll make them see the light. Suddenly they'll change. They'll come back and they'll realise what they're missing. However, the problem is in the hidden factor. This is why this person's acting the way that they are. 10 of Swords. I think somebody's betraying you here. The situation is about a betrayal, 10 of Swords. Because around that situation of the 10 of Swords, there's a 3 of Cups. This is what it's about, the Three of Cups. Third party situation. It's based on the Three of Swords. Third party. I think there's somebody who's betraying you here. Okay, so you're hoping that if you become, you know, rather distant from this individual, it's going to change them. But they're already involved in somebody else. They're probably seeing somebody else, Sagittarius. The immediate future shows up the Five of Wands. So the situation is about disputes and conflicts between you and this other person here. Around that dispute and conflict, what's coming in? Oh dear, Five of Swords. Possibly the need to cut this individual out. And what's the reason for that? Because of the Hanged Man. This person's just sitting on their laurels. They're not doing anything. They're not making any changes. They're not doing anything. All they're doing is leaving you in limbo. They're messing about. They're not changing at all with that Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man in the reverse usually is somebody who's reticent to change. And the Hanged Man in the upright can sometimes mean surrender. So some of you guys, you might be cutting this person out because you, Sagittarius, need the peace. You've just surrendered. You've just said, you know what, I give up. Because Hanged Man can also be not just about being left in limbo, but it's also a card that suggests you need to surrender and let go. So some of you guys, you'll be just surrendering to the energies and saying, you know what, fuck this, I just can't. I can't continue with this. And some of you guys, it's just kind of, you know what, you're leaving me just in limbo. I just can't do this. And you've got the situation showing a lot of fire energy, Five of Wands, arguments, difficulties, worries, conflicts. And around that conflict, it's about the Five of Swords. I don't think that this is cut out. I think that this is somebody's taking advantage. Five of Swords shows somebody who has more power over another individual. So there's a conflict being the situation, this Five of Wands argument. And around that energy, well, what's this about? What is coming and what's manifesting? Somebody's actually taking advantage with the Five of Swords. And why are they taking advantage? Because of the Hanged Man. They're actually sitting on the fence. Now I'm going to read this differently. I think that this person's sitting on the fence. I think they're keeping you in limbo in this situation because they've got somebody else that they're messing around with. But they want their cake and they want to eat it. The overall outcome shows, though, Ace of Cups, new love is the situation. Healing, though. But around that Ace of Cups, what are we finding? What's this about in the overall outcome? Okay. This is about not putting any more effort into the situation, Eight of Pentacles. So now we see the Ace of Cups is all about new beginnings in the situation area. Because around that, the situation is about not putting any effort into something here. So this isn't new love. This is about healing. So the situation is all about healing with the Ace of Cups. And around that, how you're going to heal. You're not going to bother putting any more effort into the situation. And what's the reason for that? Because it's too much of a burden with the Ten of Wands. I'm seeing you guys giving up. Just giving up on a situation, Saggies. I'm sorry. I am seeing that in the reading. I think you're just giving up. I think you've had enough. I think you've really, really had enough. And somebody's sitting on the fence and they're taking the piss. And they are taking the piss because you've got the situation being the Five of Wands. That's the situation. So what's manifesting around that argument? It's about the Five of Swords. Now the Five of Swords will either be that this person's taking the piss, they're taking advantage because they're leaving you sitting on the fence with that Hanged Man, or it will be the argument. There's an argument here in the situation area, and around that argument, what's manifesting is the Five of Swords. Somebody's cutting somebody out here, and why is that? Because of the Hanged Man. So this person might be saying to you, if it's the person cutting you out, Saggies, they'll be saying something like, you know what, I just need some space. I just need some space. I need some time on my own. I can't deal with this right now. Because this is a lazy bugger, Hangman. Hangman can show up and he can be a lazy little fucker. He doesn't want to do anything. He's bored. He can't be asked. He's not making any effort. It's another card showing somebody that doesn't make any effort. And that's because this person doesn't really want to make the effort with the Hanged Man energy. And the overall outcome says, you know what, actually the situation is, I do love myself. I do care about myself. This person doesn't want to put effort in, and yet they expect me to be there. They don't put any effort into this. They don't put any, you know, there's nothing that they put into this relationship, and yet they expect me to be the freaking Queen of Pentacles, putting my stocking and fucking my shoes on and serving them dinner in an apron, in a nice apron and nothing else, and yet they're not really ready to be there for me. You know, I call up and we're meant to go on a date, and they don't want to go on this date. They're just not putting any effort into the situation. So what am I meant to do? Well, you know what? I'm going to start loving myself with the Ace of Cups. And what do I need to do to love myself? I'm going to stop putting frigging effort into this with the Eight of Pentacles. And why is that? It's just too much of a bloody burden. 10 of Wands. Too much. Had enough. Done. Freaking awesome reading. Really, really awesome reading. I certainly feel that this Two of Cups now is speaking about a connection with a King of Swords, yeah. But this is an emotionally distant individual. Okay. That's what I feel is coming up here for you guys. Let's get this reading again. You guys in the month of November 2017, Sagittarius, your situation is the Queen of Pentacles. So the situation with the Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing and building on. Yes, you're using your common sense, you're being practical, but she's a lady that likes to cook, look after the kids, you know, watch TV on a Saturday night. You know, she's a worker, don't get me wrong. She has a business. Sometimes she works from home. She's a real homebody, and she's probably the best queen in the tarot, because she's able to balance work and love at the same time. Very, very, because she's super duper organized. So this is all about kind of just keeping those home fires burning and really nestling down in the winter time for you guys in November. But that's the situation. But around that situation, you guys don't want it. Mental and emotional. You've got concerns. Mentally, Eight of Swords, you're feeling trapped. You're feeling very resistant to the energies of this. Emotionally, feeling trapped. Mentally, feeling very resistant. You've got your concerns with that Eight of Swords. And why is that? Because of the Four of Cups. You don't want this. You're not certain of this. But also, you're concerned and you're resistant to it, because somebody possibly doesn't want it as well. Four of Cups shows the cup that's being offered to the dude don't want it. So either way, you're starting to wane, and this person's definitely waned here. Your present situation shows rapid changes with the Eight of Wands. Communication. Let's read this two ways. Rapid changes is the situation around the present. Around that rapid change, it's about you suddenly wanting to become single. You don't want to really be a part of this relationship. Why is that? I think it's because of this King of Cups who's holding back on you. I think that there is somebody who is emotionally unavailable. They're very distant. They're like this King of Swords I've just seen. Also, communication is the situation. What's the communication about? Somebody who wants their own space. Why is that? Because they're emotionally unavailable, King of Cups. In the reverse. This person's emotionally unresponsive to you. So they might be communicating that they want their space. You might be communicating that you want your space. There's rapid changes happening here between you and an individual. If you're communicating or you are rapidly changing your feelings, this is all about release as well when you get the Eight of Wands. So there is rapid change in feelings as well going on for some of you guys. Around your hopes, this is about you holding back, protecting your self-interests here, but also this person holding back. Now, let's read it two ways. If this is the person here, this King of Cups in the reverse is the same as the Four of Pentacles geezer. Somebody who's emotionally unavailable. Around that energy, your hopes are, wow, this person will change. But why would they change? Well, if I hold back here, they'll realise just how much they miss me. They'll realise, they'll see that, you know, you never know what you've got until it's gone. And you guys are possibly, some of you are expecting, well, if I just hold back, this person will come running at some point. They're going to realise what they've lost. Because you become just as distant as this individual here. Okay? You're expecting good things because of the Page of Cups in the reverse. And that is somebody who's unresponsive to love, isolates themselves from love and rejects it. So you're expecting a positive new beginning if you reject love. But that's because somebody's holding back on you. And I believe that you're expecting maybe this person to come back or to change their mind, for example. For some of you guys it will be, well, the Four of Pentacles is the situation holding back. And around that, expecting positive new beginnings, because there's no love in it with this individual here as well. Your expectations are, well, the situation is about an ending, I feel here, in which you will be expecting love to come in. Knight of Cups. Could also be still love from this individual because you believe there is still an attraction with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands represents attraction. or death being the situation, you're expecting love to come through that. So this is ending, new beginning situation. You'll be expecting new love with the Knight of Cups because of the Ace of Wands, finding new passion, or maybe you're attracted to somebody else. What you can't see coming in around this situation with this particular dude is situations Ten of Swords, Sagittarius. So this is about, I feel there's a betrayal here. And I say this because around this Ten of Swords, we've got a card of Three of Cups. So it doesn't show me loss around this. So it's not about a loss, it's about a Three of Cups. So that's why I read it as betrayal. There's an ending betrayal, and the situation around that is it involves other people, Three of Cups. And why is that? Because of a third party situation, Three of Swords. So this dude who is reticent around you possibly has somebody else, or they've got their eye on someone else, or they've been doing something with someone else. The immediate future shows arguments, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, sorry, disputes, war. Five of Wands is the situation. What's the situation around that though? It's about somebody who's been taking advantage. Five of Swords. I read it two ways. It's either this argument is about somebody who's taking advantage with that Five of Swords. Why they're taking advantage? Because they're sitting on the fence, especially if there's a third person that they're not letting you know about. They'll be saying to you, you know, oh, don't be so stupid, blah, blah, blah. And they won't change, but they'll carry on doing what they're doing here in the hidden factors and still holding on to you. The argument here could also be around somebody who's been cutting you out, Five of Swords. And why is that? Because of the Hanged Man. They might be saying, I need space. They're too lazy to make any type of effort into the relationship. The overall outcome for November for some of you Saggies is the Ace of Cups. I believe this is all about self-love here. So the situation is about loving yourself, starting to develop your own love for oneself. Because around that development of love, off the self, it's about not putting any effort into the situation with the Eight of Coins in the reverse. And why is that? This situation is just too much of a burden to carry. Let's have a look at what your advice is from the universe, Sagittarius. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading? Show me. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, what do you mean by honeymoon, universe? What do you mean by honeymoon? Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Interesting cards that the universe is coming up with here. I think it's telling you not to take this. I mean, I don't want to discredit anyone who's been in a long-term 10-year, 15-year relationship with someone doing this, okay? I really, really don't at all. But I think that, you know, if this is a relationship where it's been on and off, and I'm getting that impression for a long time, it's just, I feel these two cards are saying, you know what, just be light-hearted about this whole thing and don't take it seriously. Because the honeymoon period in a relationship is where you are enjoying each other's company. Okay, it's where you're getting to know someone and you're enjoying that kind of afterglow, the bliss of the relationship, and it's all very flirtatious and this, that and the other. But it's also saying flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So I feel that you need to see this relationship in terms of something light-hearted, and you need to go out there and flirt for some of you guys and just extend your love to other people. Okay, I wouldn't focus on the one person because we can see you're releasing something here, and that's because of self-love. Some of you guys, it might be a new relationship, and around but no, it's not. I don't think it is, because this is the situation, the Ace of Cups, and around this card tells us. The second card tells us, well, what is it about that situation that's coming in? This is the lack of effort that you're putting in. So if it was to say Ace of Cups, because of, say, for example, a King of Pentacles, I could say, well, the situation will be about new love. Well, what is it about new love that's coming in? Well, there's a King of Pentacles showing up here. Why is this King of Pentacles showing up? Possibly because you just had too much pressures with the other relationship. You decided to fuck off and see somebody else. But no, it's about the Eight of Pentacles, which more than likely means you're not putting effort into something. You're not putting the work in. So this isn't about a new relationship, I don't feel, Sagittarius. This is about self-love, with the Ace of Cups being the situation in the overall outcome. Because around that Ace of Cups, this self-love energy, you're not willing. The situation is this, but what they're saying about this situation is you're not going to be putting any effort anymore into something that's not giving back to you, and that's because the Ten of Wands, too much pressure. Alright, so here, the honeymoon. I would say this card is actually telling you just to enjoy the bliss of whatever the relationship was and go out and flirt with others. Enjoy the relationship for what it was with the honeymoon period, because we all know that sometimes after the honeymoon period the real work begins, and especially if it's just a relationship with someone, that person might not want to put the hard work in. Okay, so I feel that you need to look at this relationship as a honeymoon period, but go and flirt and extend your lightheartedness and your love to others, because I don't feel for some of you guys you're going to get it back from whoever this person is. Okay, that's your love reading, Sagittarius, for the month of November 2017. I would like to say thank you very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will speak to you guys on your generals. Take care.